Hi everyone, I have the privilege to be involved with the Fringe Project, and I have started the page with some collage, and I'm going to add some gesso over this. Just lightly tying all the bits together. If you haven't heard of the Fringe Project, I'll just read what it says here. The Fringe Project is a gathering and sharing of all types of art mediums, bundled up in handmade journals, spread across several geographies. The initial journals were inserted into the mainstream art community by the seeding artists, and in public places through friend sharing and partnerships with local schools and establishments. The concept is simple. Find a fringe journal in the wild, create in it, and pass it on. Give it to a friend, place it in a public square, or partner with your local community. All art mediums are welcome: traditional fine arts, music, writing and short stories, illustrations, art journaling, painting and slow stitch, and more. What do I do with the journal once I've added art to it? So it just gives you information on what to do. I won't read it all out. You can also go on to Instagram and find the Fringe Project, and you can read all about it on that and as they share. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of journaling to it. Today I have used the Uniball gel pen, and it's the Air, Uniball Air. It writes over quite well. I've mixed up a few colours over here. I've used blue and red. I've got this lovely colour here. I just use a piece of parchment paper, and then I added to black to each of them, and then kept scraping a little bit to add white, and scraping a little bit more and added more white. So I'm going to layer these onto some stenciling. I'm just going over my journaling, and that's a really good way of just getting things out of the system. Well, I didn't really get anything out of my system there. I actually wrote something that I was really grateful for. I actually like dotting, kind of dabbing as I'm stenciling, because I find sometimes when I wipe it, if I've got too much paint on my sponge, which I don't have, when I first started, I used too much paint, and I used to swipe it along, and then it would get underneath the areas where I didn't want it. By dotting it, it gives me that ability to not do that. Add a little bit of the light to most of it to cover my journaling. That's the beauty about this kind of art. If you want to journal your heart out, which I often do in other journals, I will do that and cover it all up. I've just got some book page here. I want to add a little bit more book page to this spread, and I've pre-glued it with my glue stick just to save some time. The fun thing about mixed media is that you just keep playing and you keep layering until you see the result that you want. So now I'll add a little bit more of this colour. Then I'll dry that. I have to have a little bit more up here. I'm going to use my heat gun to dry that. Okay, time for some more gesso. Just a little bit of gesso. And I love that it's just showing through, and it just gives a lot more texture when you can see lots of things happening underneath if you're not sure where they come from. The nature of doing things in the bus is often I have to pack up and leave what I'm doing and then come back. So I'm going to mix up some new paints now, and I need to show you the paints that I have used. I've got 3 paints here from Atelier. I've got the ultramarine blue, cadmium yellow, cadmium red, and I've put them here so I can mix them up. So how I got this colour here was to mix up the blue and the red, which I mentioned before. I just a pinprick of black in there and some white to lighten it up. So I'm going to put a little bit of gold somewhere. This is tissue paper that I have stamped on and written on, so I'm using it as a collage paper. There is a link in my description if you would like to download it to use it in your journals. I continue to add paint, add layers of collage and more paint, and this is what I love about mixed media. I just keep adding and adding until I am satisfied with the final result. I'm using a regular HB pencil just to make some marks on the page and circle my black dots. I'm going to continue adding some marks to this. I've added some pencil. I'm going to go around this with a little bit of Stabilo All. I love this pencil. It's gone down so far now. And I have a white one here as well. This is a Faber-Castell pencil that's, I can't remember what you call it, but I love writing with this. One of those refillable pencils. I'll think of the name hopefully later. I wasn't thinking of any pattern. Oops, I just lifted that. This is very sharp. I'll have to stick that down again with a little bit of gel medium, I think. I just love all these little details. Just gives a lot of texture to the piece. And I have this water paintbrush. Do I have water in there? So I'll just go around it a little. I'm working from a little travel case today. Just making little intuitive marks. Some of it will probably be covered up anyway later. I will dry that a little bit with the hair dryer. I learned that what's more important in doing a piece like this is the actual process of it. The process of getting creative and just having fun and making marks. And I find this so meditative. The outcome may not be as great sometimes, but that's all part of the learning. And this is my little travel gesso. I put it in a little bottle so I can carry it around with me in my pencil case. Basically, I was too lazy to get my other one, and everything was just at my fingertips where I was sitting in the bus. I'm just adding a little bit more gesso over the top. I'll just use this gesso to stick this down as well. Just have a little borderline around here with my blue Stabilo oil. So I just pulled this off the corner because I didn't like that, and I may try it with this one as well. That's sticking really well, so I'm going to put some gel medium under there. I like how it covered it up, and we now have revealed some more colour underneath. I'm not sure if I'm liking this blue around the border. I think I prefer black. Just checking that these are sticking because this glue stick that I used isn't very strong. This is making its way around the world, so I've got to make all these bits adhere well. The paper that I used here was a piece of manuscript. I put lots of colour on it, and then I used wax. It was actually a beeswax. I ironed the beeswax over it to give it a translucent look. I just want to make sure these are all glued down well. I'm using Liquitex gel medium, matte gel medium. I just went over the edge with gesso, and I'm not happy with that now. Add a touch of green to this. I'm really loving mixing my colours at the moment. I just mix this with blue and yellow. Okay, as I dried that, I felt I should lift this and see what's underneath. Quite like that. So I want to add some more stencil to this, and I've mixed up that dark purpley colour with some white. So I'm going to put that over with this stencil. Wanted to add a little bit more of this tissue paper with writing into it because it got lost underneath all the paint. I love having the collage. Just put that back into there, and then we'll stencil over that. And just a few more squiggly lines. And a bit of gesso to go around that. It's building up a lot of texture in this page now. Yay. I'll try that first. I'm going back over with some more of this stenciling. Just a touch of green. Oh. Not too much. I like that. Just going to go over some marks. Some of these swirly things. And my gel pen, my jelly roll pen, are my favourites. This is a, probably won't show up very much. It's a pit pastel. And I have a yellow one here. On certain patches it won't go on. I have my gold pen here. I'm not sure if this will do anything, if you can see it. A gold gel pen. Another lead pencil, a bit more scribbling. A tiny bit more green, just through here. I'm painting some Liquitex fluorescent pink onto this corrugated card to stamp onto the collage page. I cut out this heart and I sprayed it with the mica spray, Tim Holtz mica spray in bronze, and I'm just adding a touch of the fluorescent pink to it. I really feel like this spread is going to be spreading love all around the world. It's just a little bit too big for this page. I'm adding some slow stitching with the pink. I did use my awl to make some holes in the heart. I don't like this pink thread. I'm undoing it. I prefer having the pink background behind the heart. I've used a navy stitch instead. I'm gluing the first two layers down with the fabric Mod Podge. And gel medium for the heart. This little piece of book page that was lying around was perfect. It just says, I love you and always will. It It's something that our Heavenly Father would speak over us. Now I'm adding the last scripts with my Jelly Roll pen.